Hey, everybody. Hello, hello. How are you today? Welcome. Hi. I see there are a few people watching. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully, you can hear and see me okay. My name's Libby Hickson, and I am marketing and sales director at Pink and Main, and I am going live today with our March release. I'm going to just show you all the fun products, walk you through the release. Hi, Maria. Hello, everybody. So if you're here live, great. If you're watching on replay, welcome as well. And I am just going to go ahead and, hi, Susan. I'm going to go ahead and move over to my overhead camera and start going through this release because why not, right? All right. So let me go ahead and click over. Hello, Erica and Leslie. Hi, Beth. Hello, hello. I just got to meet Beth this past weekend when I was at Crop on the Cape up in Cape Cod, on Cape Cod. I hope Jen Turkis doesn't hear that I just said in Cape Cod because that's not allowed. Anyway, Beth is here on our design team with me, so that's awesome. Hi, Brienne. All right, so it is birthday month at Pink and Main. I'm going to put my stack of cards here for a second so you have something to look at. It's birthday month. It's 11 years ago this month, Michelle started Pink and Main. And so I think every month, I mean, not every month, every March when we do the birthday release, it's in March to celebrate the birthday. So I think she does it every year, a big birthday release. It is my first March here at Pink and Main. So I don't know all the history, but I'm pretty sure that's what happens. So it's really fun. The release is gigantic, first of all, and so many great products that you guys are going to love. So without further ado, I'm going to have to kind of dig through these samples as I go because I did not put them in order like a fool. Hi, Kendra. Hello, hello. I'm just going to dive right in, showing you the products. And my computer just made a really loud ding. So I'm going to turn off that window so it doesn't do that again. All right. So let me get my papers out here so I can figure out what I'm showing you. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our March mouse, which if you've been following along this year, you know that we do a different cute little mouse. It's a 3x4 stamp set every month, and it is our incentive set for the first week that the release is live. So right now, if you spend $50 on our site, you will get this cute little set free. If you spend $75, you also get the coordinating dies. Now, don't be thrown by the way my dies look. This is not how they're going to come to you. They're going to be in normal packaging. Michelle just sends me early samples of the products to make sample cards. And so this is what it looks like, but it'll be in normal packaging, of course. So you do have dies for the mouse and then all the cute little flowers and that little butterfly as well. And there are some fun messages in this set. There's fluttering by to say hi, just for you, hello there, and thinking of you. Now, some of my stamps are not in the package because I was creating a whole bunch of cards for stores right before I went on my trip to Crop on the Cape, and all my stamps are still in Misty's and stuff. I wanted to keep them set up in case I needed to make more. So some of my stamp sets are going to look weird too. I don't know. It's just a weird day, I guess. But this stamp set is adorable. You can see all the cute little images, the mouse and the little flowers and the butterfly. I also don't have my sample card I made with this one, unfortunately, but you guys are just going to have to use your imaginations on what you think it might look like. Now I'm trying to figure out where to put my stuff as I go through the things. Hold on a second here. I'm a little bit in disarray. My stamp room is a mess, which is always the case. But all right, next we have Party Penguins. Super cute. You may recognize the Party Penguins because they were our stamp of the month this month. Our subscriptions went live on the 1st of the month, and this is what the stamp of the month was, or the stamp and die of the month. And if you subscribe to those, you get a really smoking deal on the stamps and dies. But they are now available separately as well if you want to just pick them up now without being subscribed to a monthly subscription. So look at how cute. What I love about this set is that they are penguins that you can use year round. A lot of times penguins are in a wintry scene and there's nothing winter about this. They're just having fun at a birthday party. And I love that because penguins are adorable. So we have a little guy peeking out of a box. We have a penguin holding balloons, a little one that's kind of dressed up like a clown and juggling. We have one that's a cupcake. We have one sitting on a table about to have cake. There's cute little things to fill in the backgrounds or around your images with some confetti and little hearts. There's a cute little banner and then happy birthday in a nice, really nice font. And there are dies for this one as well. Again, my dies look weird, but I'll just show you. This one even has the die to cut out the message, which is right there. And the banner. It doesn't have ones for the itty bitties, but everything else is in there. So that is party penguins. Yeah, I'm still I'm still unpacking from Crop on the Cape as well. I had to dig in my my stuff I have not yet unpacked to get my sample cards because I had them at Crop on the Cape for one of the stores that was selling at Crop on the Cape to use as examples. So let me find. First of all, I have one little penguin that I colored him, but I haven't yet die cut him and made him into a card. But isn't he cute? And then my card I made has some other things on it. I'm sorry, I keep turning away from the microphone. I'm sorry if that's weird. Here's the card I made. It has a bunch of other things on it that are from this release that we'll get to in a minute. But I have my party, my party penguins holding the balloons, the little guy juggling, and then also the little banner up there. And then lots and lots of other things on this card that are from this release. Hi, Jen Shirkus, were your ears burning? Because Beth and I were just talking about how awesome Crop on the Cape was and that we still haven't unpacked. So, all right, I'm going to set that guy aside. Now, the next one, I just love this stamp set. It is so cute. Just makes my heart sing. Look at how cute that is. This one is called Icing on the Cake. It's a 6x6 stamp set. The party penguins were a 4x6. And it has all these cute little critters, holding a candle, holding a package, just hanging out with a birthday hat. And then there's 3 that are kind of peeking. So you can have them peeking above the present. You can have them above the cake. Just all kinds of cute little things. Another banner. And I love that this one has a triangle so you can fill in the banner with different colors with a stamp if you wanted to, instead of coloring it. Has a candle and a balloon. So you can have one holding a balloon. You can add candles to the cake. You can add candles all over. You can make a background of all candles. Just lots of cute on this one. And the messages are hip, hip, hooray, happy birthday, make a wish, you're the icing on the cake, and sweet birthday wishes. And they're in a really cute little font as well. Yeah, this one is adorable. I agree, Beth. And again, the dies, and the dies for this one do not include the messages, but they are pretty rectangular and easy to cut around if you wanted to just cut them onto a block or something. Even some of them fit on, like this one would fit on a banner as well. Excuse me. So I don't know if you saw my Instagram stories earlier, but I woke up this morning with a swollen tongue. Nothing like I'm not scared. It's not like allergies and I'm in trouble, but it was a little swollen at the tip and it made it hard to talk. And it's getting a little better, but it's still a little weird, a little bit weird. So here's a bunch that I colored, but I haven't cut out yet and put on cards. But just to show you how cute they can be all colored. And of course, I have to do my pink dots on the cheeks, and I put glaze pen on the eyes, which I'm not sure you can see on the camera, but it just adds a little bit of little something to the cards. Yes, Brienne is the linking ninja, and she is a gift. She's amazing. So this one I need to make into cards still. But I do have one that I put on a card. And again, it has things we're going to get to in a minute. But here's my little bear that I put on a card with lots of other fun new goodies on this one. Thank you, Jen. Jen is such a great colorist. So when she loves my coloring, that makes me very happy. So thank you, friend. So how cute. Just so cute. I just love all of this. Such a great release. Yes, the links are awesome. She makes it so easy. And just to remind everyone too, that a lot of the stores who carry Pink and Main, if you have an independent store near you, or a lot of them have websites as well that you can order and have it shipped, have Pink and Main in stock as well in this new release. So check them out as well if you are looking for a place to buy. All right, so this one is gorgeous. I hope I'm not lying, but I do believe Angie Blom is the illustrator for this. Oh, it says right on it. Yay. Okay. This one's called A Gift for You. It's Pink and Main and Angie Blom. Angie is so talented. Her drawings are so beautiful. And I'm so excited she's drawing stamps for Pink and Main now. And I just love this. It's gorgeous. So it's this beautiful cake with flowers on it. It's called The Gift of You. Has a die for the cake and then one candle, which is the one candle's right there if you wanted to add more candles to your cake, or you can just use that separately to create a fun background of candles, or, however you want to use it. It has happy birthday, birthdays celebrate the gift of time, and we celebrate the gift of you. So that's where the name of the stamp set comes from. Everything your heart desires is what I wish for you, not only on your birthday, but the whole year through. So really nice sentiments. And a lot of times people are asking for sentiments to use on the inside of the card, and that's perfect. So you could stamp this and happy birthday on the outside, and then you could put that on the inside, and that is really great. sending birthday wishes, and make a wish. Really pretty. And again, I have not made a card yet, but I did color this one. And this is actually the things I'm showing you that I colored. I sat at Crop on the Cape at Jen's event and colored. And so that's what I did there when I was having fun. And so these are things I colored there. So I don't know if it shows up, but I put a little bit of Wink of Stella there. I think I got the shine just in those flower centers to give it a little something. And then the rest is all just colored. So I need to die cut this one and get it on a card as well. But it's really pretty. And at first I was a little, intimidated by coloring it, but it wasn't bad at all. I just started with the flowers, found all the leaves. It's pretty simple once you dive into it. And it's really pretty. Okay. And I love that we have things that are a little more elegant looking with Angie's drawings, because there's a whole lot of cute at Pink and Main, and I always love a whole lot of cute. But it's nice to have some that are a little less cute and a little more elegant sometimes as well, I think. All right, a really great message set. This one is called Yay for Cake, which is that message right there, which is so big and bold and fun. It does have coordinating dies for this set, so you can cut out all these fun messages if you want to. And then little elements to add to your cards, little hearts and stars and asterisk kind of stars. And there are dies for all those as well. This one, Michelle had room, so she put the little tabs on the dies, which is always nice because it gives you either a place to put your tape or an easier thing to hold on to when you're trying to place it down around your image. So really, really fun. And then let's see, the messages are make a wish, happy birthday to you, let's celebrate, and birthday wishes. So lots of fun with this one as well. Hello. So excited for this release. Yeah, me too. It's so nice. It's so fun. So cute. So wonderful. All the things. Okay. Next, we have Sprinkles on Top, another 4x6 message set. Lots of great message options in this release for all your birthday card making. And so let's look at this one. Everything's better with sprinkles on top. So anything that you have in your stash already with cupcakes or donuts or cookies, anything with sprinkles, that is a great message to go along with it. Same with sweet wishes for a fantastic birthday. May all your wishes come true. It's time to celebrate with lots of cake. Wishing you the sweetest birthday. Wishing you a big slice of happiness. We're like frosting and cake, better together. Have a sweet birthday. Make a wish. Did someone say cake? Thank you for being so sweet. You're never too old for cake, and hope your day is filled with extra icing. So extra icing. So are you guys the type that will scrape off the icing? Or are you the one that says, bring on the corner piece? Because I'm more of the bring on the corner piece type. I love the frosting. I think it's so good. Well, it depends. Some is better than others. If you guys have Publix grocery stores in your area, we have that here in Georgia, and I love their birthday cake. I think it's so good. Same with Sam's Club. Not Sam's Club, Costco. They make really good cake too. And of course, my homemade is good too. So we have some cakes coming up in this release that don't have messages in them because they're die sets. So these are great things to pair with that so that you have some great cake themed messages. So keep that in mind as well. And now we have another great big message set. And this is fun because it's all sentiment strip style, which are always so handy. You could, stamp them black on white. You can emboss them. You can do white on black, all the ways to make a great sentiment strip that you guys know. Beth gives her icing to her husband. Oh, goodness. You can give it to me if we're ever together. Time to celebrate. All right. This one's called Time to Celebrate. And I'm going to go ahead and read them all because there's so many good messages. And I just want you to know what you'd be getting. So we have, yay, it's your birthday. Not older, just better. Put on your party hat. A lot of the images in this release have party hats, so that goes good with a lot of things. Birthday hugs and kisses. You're how old? That one's a little snarky. It's time to celebrate. Happy birthday to you. Sweet birthday wishes, belated birthday wishes. Let's get this party started. Sorry, I missed your birthday. Happiest of birthdays to you. Best wishes on your birthday. Wishing you everything happy. Hip hip hooray, make a wish. Let's party, celebrate, wish big. Hope your birthday is awesome. I love that one. For the birthday girl, for the birthday boy, birthday wishes, and it's your birthday. So I love that there's all kinds of different things for whatever you're in the mood for. But then there's also different lengths. So, sometimes you want a short little message. Sometimes you want a longer one. And so there's options to fit your card that you're designing and see what might fit in there. So really cool. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Yes. So anyway, I love this one as well. So many great messages and sentiments in this release. Now, if you have a reason to make something circular, which I will show you a couple reasons in just a minute, this one's fun as well. This is a 6x6 set. It's called Best Birthday Ever. We have the best birthday ever, which is that message right there. Just a happy birthday. It's party time and let's celebrate. So you can imagine these would fit into round areas really well. You don't have to do them that way, but that works out quite well. This one does not have a matching die. If you have a circle die, it would be a great way to cut those out. But we'll get to what I like to do with these in just a second. All right, so let's keep that in mind. I'll just set them aside until we get there. All right, now we have some dies. Let me show you. This one is called Loopy Frames dies. Now, unfortunately, I don't have my sample with this one. I left it in, in Tracy's hands at Paper Craft Clubhouse, but it has two sizes. It has, one that kind of takes up most of your A2 right here, and then it has the smaller little one. And you can use these separate or together, so you can make like a little, I can show you on the back. It kind of shows you what it does. So this piece cuts out the full panel, including the center. It makes a little stitched edge on there, but it leaves the cardstock in place. So all that tealy colored there, that's what the first die cuts out. And then the little loopies line right up and go on there. And that's what she showed in pink on this one. Tracy made me promise that she wasn't stealing anything, and it was up to me to make sure I had everything. And I think I missed that one, or she stole it. I'm not sure. Anyway, so then there's a smaller version, and then it comes with 4U. So you have some dies in there to make a little message as well, which is really nice. But they're so cute. And I think last night, Caitlin did her live on the Pink and Main Facebook and YouTube, and she used these. So if you want to see them in action, go to the Thursday night live from Caitlin, and you can see her using this die set. But it makes such a cute card. And I'm sorry I don't have one cut out to show you. I wish I did, darn it. But trust me, it's good. All right, the next cake. And again, this is not how you'll get it. This is just what I had it on as I was using it. We have another set. If you loved our greenhouses last month, you're going to also love this. And even if you didn't, you might still love this, but I don't know how you wouldn't have, because they were awesome. So this makes a 3D little pop-up cake, which it may look like there's a lot going on here, but it makes it so easy to put this together. So let me show you my sample. So this is what it creates. See how it's 3D? So it can stand up. It can be a really fun little, mine got crunched because it flew in the airplane and did everything. It can make a cute little, if you're having a birthday party or a shower or something, you can make cute little nameplates, name tags with it. What do you call it? I'm drawing a blank on how to say the words to, oh my gosh. Okay. This one is called Floral Cake Pop-Up Dies. And the other fun thing about it is it folds flat. So see how that goes right down flat, and it fits to an A2 size. So you can just slide that right into your normal envelope. See how that is pretty much basically an A2 size. And so it'll fit right in your envelope and you can send it, no problem. And so you just layer the things together. This creates the back. This creates the center. And then this goes across the front right here. The tabs come together to pull it together. There's just things that go on top of each other. Let me just show you the layering if I get them off of here. Like this one can go right on top of that to fill that in. There's the flowers that go over the flowers. This makes a separate little flower that goes across. Little candles, if you wanted to put layered cardstock to create your candles. Place settings, yeah, I guess that's what I'm thinking of, but I don't know. Place card, I guess maybe is just what I was trying to think. I don't know. I did not monkey with doing all the little candles, which is a really cool touch if you wanted to use the dies to layer it up. That's why mine are probably a little more flimsy, but I just colored mine with markers. So you can do that as well. It comes with this birthday banner. So there's the happy birthday banner right there. And these just make the little flower centers on these flowers. This one makes the little tulipy looking flowers here. It has the cake stand. And then I didn't use this piece. This makes cute little, like scallopy decorations that can go on the cake. And if you get this, it will have pictures on the back of the package that really show the details of how it comes together and everything. But trust me when I say it's very easy to put together. I made a whole stack of these for stores, and I did not spend my life doing them. They went together pretty quickly. So I love them. I think it's so cute. And now this one, Demo Donna did a live on Wednesday on our YouTube channel where she showed several ideas for making pop-ups. She made one a wedding version. She made a birthday version. She even made a card that wasn't a pop-up at all. It just used the cake. See, that's a great cake die that you could just use flat on your card. And, you know, there's so much you can do with this. You can use the flowers separately. You can use the birthday banner separately. You can put the cake on the little cake plate separately and, you know, just make a flat card as well. So watch Donna's live. It was really fantastic, the cards that she made. So super fun. I'm going to be making more of these. And if anybody happens to be part of the Card Maker Success Summit, I'm going to be doing a live using this tonight on that as well. So I can't remember if that's open to everybody or the people. I think it's free. I think you could tune in if you wanted to. That's tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. Yes, Peggy, wasn't her flat cake card awesome? Peggy was there on the live last night, so she knows what I'm saying. All right, moving right along. Let's set this out of the way. Sorry if you guys hear my dog barking. She decided that there's something angering her and she has to be barking at it. So the next thing I wanted to show you is called Layer Cake Dies and Stencil Set. Again, mine looks weird. Yours would be in a normal kind of packaging and it would show pictures on the back and all the things that Michelle does. But this makes a cake. So you can cut out a layer cake again with a little cake stand, little things to decorate it. There's candles. There's these cute little like heart or star picks that you could put in there, little fruits, different things to decorate it with. But then it has this really awesome stencil that you can use on those layers to decorate it in all different ways. There's scallops, there's like a little bead, hearts, diamonds, kind of drippy frosting, dots, you know, just all kinds of fun things to use to decorate your little layers of your cake. And here is my card that I made with this one. So you can see that I used the 3 little layers. I used 2 of the types of stencils. So I used the drippy one and then went right back over it with the little beady looking one. My descriptions are so good. I used probably colors I would not normally pick, but I was trying to match it to the paper in the background. And then I used the little star pick at the top instead of candles, cut it out of gold glitter paper. And then when it cuts out, it does make, you know, the little pick and then an extra star so that if you wanted to layer 2 colors together, you could. But I just used those extra stars that cut and decorated my cake with them as well instead of layering them together. So lots of fun with that one as well. And there's other things on that card that are part of this release that I'll come back to in a second. All right, next we have big balloon dies. So this has a big balloon. It has little strings, and then it has a little 3-layer balloon that cuts these out kind of separately. So you get like a little partial balloon on these 2 and then that full balloon. And it's fun because then you can layer it together and have 3 different colors together really easily. Now this is one that I did use on one of the cards I already showed, which is this one. And so you can see the big balloon cut into that card. I put the little string and then I put a little bit of twine right over where the end of that balloon is. But you can see it's not just a circle. There is the little part of the balloon there as well. But the other thing that's great about this is if you remember our stamp set that I pointed out earlier, you can put these messages right on your balloon. So that is super, super fun. They fit perfectly in this balloon. So you could either just decorate your balloon with the messages. You could put the message down in your shaker card if you're doing a shaker card like I did. You know, just lots of fun ways to use that, but they go together perfectly. So very fun and clever on that one. I don't remember how that was on there to fit. That's good enough. All right. On my other shaker that I made, this one did not use the balloon. This used our new shaker covers. So these are circle shaker covers, and they do not have adhesive on them. The way I did this is I cut out, so that same message, right? This is the happy birthday right there. And it also fits inside the shaker covers. So you can use this with the shaker covers. You can use it with the balloon die, different things that go in there, as well as just a normal circle, you know, die that you may have. And I did take one of the dies from the, you know, circle dies that we have and cut out my message and then put that cut out piece into the shaker. So this is one of those all over shaker covers. Just grab this out real quick. If you did our, oh, you can't even see it really because it's clear. If you did our Advent calendar back in December, you will remember that this was in the Advent calendar as well, these circle shaker covers, another product that you can order, which is great because once you use them up, you wanted more. So it has the film on the front that you have to take off, and then you just fold back all the little tabs like so. You leave one little side open so you can get your shaker bits in there. And then you put the circle that you've cut out right inside there. And what I did is I put our easy tear tape, which is like a double stick tape, along the edges of that circle. And then when I just folded these down, they just stuck right to the double stick tape. And that made it super easy to put them together. And again, I mass produced this card for store. So, you know, I didn't want it to be too hard to do. And it wasn't. It was easy, relatively speaking, to do. So I love that you can have some circle element of shaker on your card. Easy peasy. So as Jen just said, easy peasy. So in these cards, you can see there are shaker bits in here, and these are new as well. 2 different styles. This one I used up every bit of it I have, so I don't have a package of it, but it is called Party Dots Confetti. So it's just these cute little round discs, super fun. And then this one used one called Stars and Sprinkles. So if you look, there's little stars in there as well as the sprinkles. Really fun. And they come in packages like this. I ripped the top off of mine, but here's what a full package looks like. This is the 3rd one that we have new this month, and it is called Party Hearts Confetti. So look at all those cute little hearts. So you could make a shaker of the hearts, or you could just pick out those little hearts and glue them onto your card, which I did on one of the cards that I made. I glued hearts on it as a little embellishment. Just use a little dot of glue to put those down. But those are the 3 new shaker mixes that are in here in this release. So fun times. All right. I went a little off course on my list here. So let me see what I need to show you next. Okay. How about a new embossing folder? So this is fun too. I am in love with this. I used it a lot. It just has all this repeated text with birthday greetings, and it's called Birthday Wishes 6x6 embossing folder. It's just a regular embossing folder, not a 3D. Easy to put through your die cut machine. I love that we print them in pink because it makes it really easy to see what you're going to get when you put it through. And I did it here on the background of this white panel. See how it just adds a little something to your card rather than it just being a plain white panel, which is fun. And then I also, on this card, did it on the vellum, which is just a different look. You know, I wanted you to be able to see that pattern paper, but then adding the vellum is just, it helped that cake stand apart from the background and gave it a little resting place. I used one of our flag banner. I don't remember what they're called. I'm sorry, but if you search either flag or banner on the website, I think you'd find it. But I love to use those on my cards as well. They came out in the fall. I used one of the messages from the message strip set, which was Time to Celebrate. I used the Let's Get This Party Started. This one, the Sweet Birthday Wishes, is from the same Icing on the Cake set as that. Now you'll see on a lot of my cards, I have pattern paper in the background. Let's see, did I show you any other cards yet? I don't remember. There is a great new pattern paper set in this release. It is called It's Your Birthday Paper Pack. And it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 different designs. I think 2 each design. And I seem to have misplaced my whole pack, but I do have some of the papers here to give you an idea of what they're like. Really fun, really cute, and they look awesome on the card. So here's the one I used on this one. I used this birthday cake one on that card. I used the little dots on that. I thought it went well with the dot confetti. Well, actually the party dots confetti. Here's a few others. I have another card I'll show in a minute that use this one. I love the plaid. I love this heart one. And there's several more in the pack. I'm sorry I don't have it to show you. I don't know where it went. I was like a creating frenzy before I left, and I seem to have misplaced that. But let me show you, see if you can kind of see. Those are the designs in it. You can kind of see a lot of good birthday stuff in there. So, okay. So we have our shakers, we have that. What else? Let's get into foiling. Well, let me show you one other embellishment since we already showed the confettis. This I loved. I've used mine. There's a lot missing. But if you remember, we've had the greens and the pinks of sticky gems. This month we had the purples. So if you know me, you know that I love the purples. And there's 3 gorgeous shades of purple. Can you kind of see how there's 3? This is more of a really light lavender. This is more of a, I don't even know. There's a light, medium, and dark of purples. And then there's 2 sizes of gems in there. So really, really fun. I use them on a card I haven't shown yet. So I'll show that in a second and show you that. All right, the purples. Yes, purple, purple. All right, so let's get into foil. We have 2 gorgeous, gorgeous new foils this month. It's out of the way. If you know me again, you may know that I love this one. This one is called Satin Plum Cheer Foil, and it is such a pretty purple. Here is a card, not a card, but a panel that used it. Look at how pretty. Can you see how pretty that foil is? Oh, so pretty. I love it. And this is the panel that's on my card in the hop today. We did hop on Instagram. So after this, if you want to go check it out, all of our design team hopped along and then a couple special guests as well. And I made a card with this one that is in the hop. Actually, I'll just go ahead and show you. This foilable is called, what is it called? I forgot. Fun balloons. It's so obvious. Why can't I think of that? I don't know. And I paired it with yellow and green, which is, a little out of my comfort zone, but I kind of like how it came together. And then I use another pattern paper. You can hardly see it, but I use this yellow and white polka dot that's in the pattern paper set in the background there. And then this is the purples, sticky gems on there with it. And then one of the messages from the Time to Celebrate message set. And I use some of our banners that we have had in the collection for a while. They come in 3 sizes, and the size fit really well, which I think is the large size. All right. And then the other foil I'm so happy about because this one's called City Light Silver. It is so cool. It's almost like a disco ball. It is so pretty. And City Lights Gold has been one of my favorites since it came out in the fall. And now we have City Lights Silver. And I adore it. Here it is, foiled. Look how pretty. It's just so sparkly and gorgeous. Love it. And that panel that I just showed you is from this sheets set called It's Your Birthday Backgrounds Foilables. So let me pull this open and show you what comes in this. Now, if you're new to this kind of foiling, this is the toner foil that you put through our ink machine. And these panels are like kind of half sheet or, so you can get 2 A2 panels out of each one. So I used this one. Wherever the black is, that's where the toner is, and that's where the foil will catch. And so that's what happened on this one. But you also have the negative of each design. So here is the negative of the stars. So you can get 4 A2 panels out of what comes in the pack. But as we've talked about many a time, you also will have the negative after you foil that you then get our panels of toner, and then you can send it back through and get twice as many with that. So I'm not sure where I put my negatives from this. I would show you what I'm talking about. But, once you put your foil through the machine, you'll have a piece of foil that has all those stars missing. Then you take white or black toner sheet or a color. Actually, the stars would look good on any of the colors we have. Send it back through, and then you get 2 for the price of 1, basically. So we have this really cool, funky, sprinkly background kind of thing. And again, wherever the black is where the foil will go. We have this cute little... This has the same messages that are in one of the stamp sets, right? Repeated but small, and make a wish, yay for cake. It's in the yay for cake set. Let's celebrate, happy birthday to you. And then all these cute little cupcakes. So again, this would be foiled in the background. This will be foiled in the foreground. Everything that's black is what will foil. And then some really fun candle backgrounds as well. Some of the team made candles with the city lights, and it's just so shimmery and cool. I just love it. Beth, yay. I'm so glad you figured out how to use it. Foil all the things. That's awesome. because it's so fun. Okay, I'll put this back together after, so you guys don't have to watch me do that. The other foiling products in this release. This is the one that kind of doesn't necessarily fit birthday, but it just makes a fun background. And actually, this is perfect for my husband if I were to make a birthday card, because he's a total puzzler and he would love this. So this one is called Puzzle Foilable Panels. Really fun. Again, you get the positive and the negative. This one is called Floral Cake Foilables. And again, it's the same as that stamp set that we showed earlier, the Gift of You stamp set. We made it into a foilable panel as well. So with this one, you know, wherever the black would be, you get the foil. I might do a little demo right after I get through the products. If you guys want to stick around, I'll make a card with this and show you. We have another set of sheets. This is Mega Birthday Sentiments Foilable Sheets. This comes with so many messages. So many messages. So let me show you. So with these, I think I should have checked this before, but I think the dies would work with that. Let me just make sure that I'm not lying to you. I might be lying to you. No, I am not lying to you. So if you had the stamp set and the dies, these foilable sheets, they match the same dies. So you could cut out the messages as well. Yay for cake. So that's pretty cool. But if you didn't have the dies, you could also just trim around it. You could use like a circle or a square or rectangle type of die to cut those out. So, you know, just fun. And again, you get positive and negative, and then you'd use the other half. These are the same as in the other set, the round set that we were talking about. A lot of great sentiment strips. This would make the greeting white and then have foil for the background of your sentiment strip. But then you would have the opposite. You could then foil it again, and then you'd have the letters foiled from what's left over. And a lot of great messages in here as well. Here's some that are like the sprinkles on top. Was that the name of the stamp set? Yeah, so like the sprinkles on top stamp set, the same kind of messages, but you can foil them. So lots of great stuff in there to get all the foiled messages. Bye, Jen. Thanks for popping in. Oh, okay. That's awesome, Peggy. So Peggy just mentioned that April is Autism Awareness Month. And of course, puzzle pieces is a good symbol that people use when they're spreading awareness. And so this would be a great thing to have for that as well. Let's see. Oh, look at Elizabeth is like selling foiling products. Great job. Yeah, once people see it and realize how easy it is, they're like, oh my goodness, I need to foil all the things. All right, and then this last one is called Birthday Tags and More Foilable Cut-Ups. So the cut-ups are fun because these shapes are already cut out. And so all you have to do is run them through. So I was doing some rainbow foiling at the Crop and Create demo, and that's what I did with this. Isn't that cute? That I just ran the negative through to get. And then I'll show you the things in here. There's the best birthday ever, already in a balloon, really cute. So foil that. Then lots of really fun tags in this one. Let me get out all the tags. So again, wherever it's black is where you'll get the foil, and then you'll have the negative to run through. Really fun tags here. They do have a die cut hole that you can cut, punch out that hole and then put a string on it if you wanted to. Some cute candles. There's another happy birthday tag. Lots of really fun candles. Just having a row of foiled candles across your card would be such a cute birthday card. We have some great cupcakes that are going to be delicious, all foiled. Birthday hats, party hats, some balloons. So cute. And then a couple more tags that I missed. Make a wish. So a really great set of birthday goodies in this foilable cut-ups, birthday tags and more. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Now, a couple other things I wanted to show you in this release. First of all, have you ever seen our card kits? These are really popular. If you love to make quick and easy cards to fill your stash, this is the Quick Card Kit Birthday Cheer. And this comes with tons and tons of things, sorry for that noise, to create quick and easy birthday cards. Ooh. So I wanted to show you one thing I didn't realize. So it comes with an example sheet of 8 cards that you could make with the items in the kit. And I have some of them here that I made up. Aren't they cute? And it's really just gluing, popping up. It even comes with the little gems to put on them. This is all made from things in the kit other than the glue and foam tape that I added. So I picked out all the things to make the rest of the cards in the kit, which is this. Then it also comes with the card bases. I think it comes with 8, so to make the 8 cards. And then the envelopes for 8 cards. This cute little thing of sticky gems, which is rainbow this time. And then all of these pieces are extra. So after I pulled out everything to make the cards that are on the piece of paper, that's what all that is. These are all extra, including the cutest little blue kitty I've ever seen in my life. And just all kinds of things that you could keep creating cards for quite a while with all the things that are still left over in this kit. So I just think that's fabulous. This is a great thing to take to something like a crop when you're just sitting and making things. It's a great thing for kids. If you have kids, grandkids, nieces, or nephews that might want to come over and get crafty with you, this is so great because it's really just, you know, they can arrange it however they want and then just glue all the paper together. For the cards in the kit that are already pulled out, there are messages in here that you add to the cards, you know, little die cut pieces with messages. You could mix it up with your stamps and add other things to it if you wanted to. But these card kits are a really great deal and make so many cards for what you pay, and really fun, really, really fun. So the reason I'm leaving this envelope out is people love these storage pockets. And we had lots of requests to sell just the storage pocket by itself. And now we do have that. And let me see, it is called 9x7 storage pouch set of 15. So it comes with a set of 15. And one thing I learned when I was at Crop on the Cape from Tracy at Papercraft Clubhouse is this pocket is the perfect size to not only use for your Pink and Main goodies, but if you are a fan of Tim Holtz and Stampers Anonymous, this pocket is the perfect size to store those stamp sets. And according to what Tracy told me, there is no other storage pocket on the market to fit those as perfectly as the storage pocket. So just a little heads up, if you want to store your Stampers Anonymous as well as your Tim Holtz, as well as Pink and Main, you can put all kinds of things in here. It doesn't just have to be for stamps. But that was a really great tip, and I forgot I need to tell Michelle that too. She didn't even realize that when we made this, that it has a really other great use. Of course, it says Pink and Main on it. I'm not sure if the ones that come in the set do still say Pink and Main on it. So, okay. What else have I not shown you? I have not shown you this. If you love our Easy Squeeze glue, we now have a big refill bottle of it, our craft glue refill, Easy Squeeze. It's a cute pink bottle. I think this bottle almost looks like bubbles. That's what you might think is in there, but it's actually our glue. Let's see, I don't think it has a special name that I'm forgetting to call it. Yeah, just Easy Squeeze craft glue refill 8-ounce bottle. And you could refill this bottle. We also sell the little mini fine tip bottles that you could put it in as well. So handy stuff. Another fun new thing I need to show you. Let me see where I put them. Please hold. Well, I lost them, but here I have another pack up here. This is fun too. So this is new. This was also in the Advent calendar. If you had the Advent calendar this past holiday, these are sticky notes. They are called, let me find on my sheet, Share the Joy sticky notes. And it's a little set, little stack of 30 sticky notes. And it says, I made this card with joy in my heart. Now that you smiled, remove this sticky note and share the card to cheer another. So if you wanted to send somebody a little greeting card and you wanted them to be able to reuse the card, instead of writing inside the card itself, you could write on your little sticky note, stick it in the card, and then they could take off the sticky note and send it to somebody else. So just a sweet little thing to have. It's $5 for this little stack of sticky notes to use in your cards. So really fun. So I think I've shown you everything in this gigantic release. So what is your favorite of all the things I showed you? Do you even remember? There's been so many. I mean, I think this might be one of my favorites, the icing on the cake set. And I also really love the pop-up cake as well, floral pop-up cake dies. So yeah, isn't it a great release? Isn't it fun? Here, I'll go back to myself for a second while I chat with you. Yeah, the sticky notes are a fun little thing to just go, oops, in my cart and have those to send. And there's 30. They'll last you for a while, especially if you send out cards at the rate I do, which is not good. I need to send out more cards. So there's lots of cake in here. I'm now craving cake. I now want to run to Publix and buy myself a birthday cake. Just kidding. I would not do that. That sounds like a fun thing to do. All right. So if you want to stick around, I am going to pop out my Mink and I'm going to make a quick card with that, the floral cake. Let me say it by the right name. Yeah, floral cake foilables. And show you that you can also use ink to color in your foilable sheets. So if you want to stick around, that's what I'm going to do next. But I do have to get out my Mink. It's actually in the box because I took it with me to crop on the cape. Peggy's order was in early morning. Awesome. And also, you know, if you want to go to our Facebook or Instagram, especially Facebook, I think Michelle looks at Facebook a little more than the Instagram, and wish her congratulations and happy birthday on 11 years of Pink and Main. I'm sure she would love that. Or you could also put it in the notes on your orders as you submit them. Say happy birthday. Because, you know, Michelle started this company out of her passion for creating cute things and sharing card making with the world. And I'm just so happy for her that she's 11 years in and making such awesome products, right? Okay. So here's my Mink. Oh, let me go back to the overhead. Brianne says, I can't believe that as an adult, I can buy myself a birthday cake whenever I want. There is no one verifying that it's my birthday. Crazy. Right? Why not? Why not do it? All right, let me go ahead and plug in my Mink here. Okay, so if you haven't used the Mink before, I think most of you watching probably have, but just in case, there's a power button on the back. It is a little, well, just know if you buy a Mink and you look at the instruction manual, it's a little backwards. You want the line to be the one that turns it on. So your line needs to be turned on for it to work. That's kind of standard in electronics. The circle means that it's empty, that there's no connection. The line means it's connected. So just make sure you're turning it the right way. That has confused a few people in the past. All right. Beth, what are we using to do the foiling? We're using a 3. Sometimes you do have to experiment. Most of the time, 3 is the perfect place to have your Mink. If you're not getting great foiling results, which I think is rare, but you might try going down or up 1. But 5 usually is way too much heat for foiling. And so what the Mink does is it applies heat and pressure to what you send through. If you use just the 0 on the Mink, then you are just pressure and no heat. And so I use that sometimes to flatten things if I need to. Beth is asking, Brianne and Libby, what is your favorite flavor for birthday cake? I am boring. I just like a white vanilla cake. That's all I need with buttercream icing. And that makes me happy. All right, so the sheets that I want to foil, let me find them. Here they are. It's this beautiful cake drawn by Angie Blom. I do need to wait until this is green. We wait till our light is green on our Mink, then we know it's fully heated up and ready to go. This is my carrier that I put everything in to send it through. And then my favorite way to cut my foil, I just realized I don't want to make this. I got out this beautiful foil that I love, but I don't want to make it satin plum this time. I want to use gold. Brienne's listing all the cakes she loves, which is a lot of them. I know I don't usually find a cake I don't love, but if I were to have my favorite, it would be just just white cake with vanilla, with buttercream frosting. All right, what I'm going to do on this one is the gold sheer foil, just plain old gold. All colors would be beautiful on this, but I wanted to do gold to just kind of recreate this card that I had made in the past. So I'm just going to cut off a little panel of it. Now our foil comes on a roll and it's 25 feet of foil, which is a lot. It's going to last you a really long time. This kind of foil is the foil you use for toner sheets like this. It is not the same as a foil that you would use with a glimmer system with the hot plates. Different. You can't mix up the two foils. They work differently and they're not going to work in, you need the right thing for the right job. So this is a different kind of foil than that. All right, we have our cute little brush for just dusting off your foilable panel as well as your foil. I always do this because my craft room does not get dusted very often. I just saw a piece of dust on that. Even though I just cut it from the roll, I actually can see dust that I'm getting off of this. And the reason you don't want dust on there is wherever there's a speck of dust, it's not going to make contact with the toner and it's going to leave a little dot. So I just like to try and get them off if I can. Sometimes it's not perfect. It's a good place to put your embellishment or your message. So it's, it's not like you're going to ruin it if you end up with a little speck. It's not a big deal, but just try to get off as much as I can. I've even had cat hair land on my foil. It's ridiculous. I get a little line across it. My room. I need to dust in here more often is the moral of this story. So we are on 3 now. It doesn't matter which way you put it in. It can be this way or this way. One thing I just do all the time and not talk through because I forget to, you always want the pretty side of your foil up. So like if you have your panel that you're foiling face up, then you put the pretty side of your foil up as well. And you think of it like this. If you have your panel, let's get another one out. If you have your panel and you're going to put this panel on a card, you want the foil to show, right? So you need the pretty side of your foil to be what would be on top of this once it goes through. Because if you have your foil upside down, well, first of all, it won't foil, but think of it this way. You'd have like the back of the foil showing face up on your card, and that's no good. That's not how you'd want it to look. So if you ever forget, just try to think of how you want your finished card to look, and that's the way you have to put it through. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. I always look at it on this side as I send it through, only because I want to make sure foil is covering every bit of the toner. If you don't, then that toner can melt. When it gets heated up, it kind of melts, and it would melt onto your carrier, and that would be messy, and we don't want that. It would ruin your design. All right, so I just feed it through until it kind of grabs. I support it until it's going through on its own. All right, feeding it through. Oh, Elizabeth. I was trying to figure out what was being said. Elizabeth gave up sugar a year and a half ago. So she's asking about cake, but then she gave up sugar. So goodness. It's good for you, though. I mean, it's not good for any of us. So good for you for giving it up. But, it's also delicious. All right. So once it goes through, it's warm to the touch. It doesn't burn me or anything, but it is warm. And so I let it cool off before I pull off the foil. So we just give it a few seconds. It doesn't take long at all, just to cool off a little. All right. And then we do our peel and reveal. So pretty. See all that shine on there? Just gorgeous. I hope my lights are catching it. There we go. It's really hard to catch it, but it's beautiful in real life. Trust me. All right, I'm going to set this aside. So when I made a card with this for stores, I got out some inks. For this one, I wanted some light inks. Whoops. Pink and Main has some really awesome inks, but only a few colors. And so, if I'm I use them all the time, but if I need other colors beyond that, then I will pull out my other inks, like my Concord 9th, because they have some beautiful colors. So I'm going to start with purple. And I have my ink stand here, which our friend Brianne in the comments is the inventor and owner of the ink stand company. And I'm just going to pull out some little brushes. Just some little blending brushes that I have in my stash here. And the way I colored this is I just inked up my brush, and then I just inked the flowers. It might take a little going back and forth to get them all inked up. You can also color in a foiled panel with your Copics. Just know, or any alcohol marker. I usually use Olos. All good. All the alcohol markers. Just know that because they can, color non-porous surfaces, they would also color your foil. So if you wanted to not have your foil be a color, you would wait. I can't blend and talk at the same time. You would try to be careful not to get it like on top of the foil, is what I'm trying to say. All right. So there's the purple in the centers of this. I think I probably should have let this cool off just a little bit more before I started going over it with a brush. But trust me, this does work. I did a whole bunch of cards like this. Polly's saying that she had a carrier, which is this, for her mink that went in crooked and was very wrinkled. Then she ran it through on setting 5 and it came out perfectly straight and flat. That is something that I did as well. I did that on a live. I don't know if any of you were watching, but I put it through crooked and it just made it into like a little accordion. Basically, it was so messed up. But I ran it through, just like Polly said, and it did flatten it out. So all was not lost. Can you color with alcohol markers first and then foil? You could, but you do not want, I haven't tried it, so I don't know for sure. But you wouldn't want alcohol marker. You would want your marker to come in between the foil. I wonder if I might have used a smaller brush when I did these before. I'm forgetting. What am I trying to say? You wouldn't want the alcohol marker to be on top of your toner and blocking it from the foil. So I guess it just kind of depends. I would try it on something that you're not super worried about and see. I went out of the lines a lot on that. Pretend it's perfect because I was talking and looking. I think I might have used these even smaller brushes when I did it before. But see how you can just ink that up and it's quick and easy way to add color. I didn't even worry about the white tips on this or making it perfect because we're just adding like a little pop of color on that panel. And I just think it turned out so pretty. So the other thing you can do with this is if you don't want to use this whole size, I don't know what I'm trying to say, you can die cut this, of course. Of course you can die cut it. Might be stating the obvious here, but I just want to make sure that you realize these things. And so I could take something, pulling something off my desk here, like this panel. I think this is what I cut it with before. That might have been the gold. No, I think I want to just do a stitch panel on this one. There, I can do it like that and even cut off that little bit of boo-boo. Well, piece of tape here. I'm going to die cut this over to the side. I'm just going to finish a card real quick for you guys. Using my Empress to cut this out. Sorry, I'm off to the side die cutting. And I'm going to take a piece of gold glitter paper. Just creating a quick card here to show you. Okay, so here's my cool notched corner die that I love. I use that set. It's like some nesting dies. Use that all the time because I love the little notches that it leaves at the corners. And then here's my stitched panel. Put that right on there. And then, let's see, let's put it on a purple base. We have to cut this. Wait, here's one that's smaller. Thought I had one already cut in half, but I don't. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I think I was going to use my adhesive tape runner, but I think it's still in my things I haven't unpacked yet from cropping the cape. I don't have a pin in this. This isn't going to work. Hold on a second. Please hold. Please hold. I'm going to use this one. All right, just put some glue down on my panel. Basically, I'm showing you how quick you can make a card with a foilable panel. All right, I'm going to put that on to dry that glue a little bit, and then I'm going to get out my foam adhesive. This is my gigantic roll from Pink and Main, which is so awesome. Find the end of it. Cut some strips of it. That a little too long. Cut one more. Now, when I'm putting foam on glitter paper, I feel like it needs a little extra something to keep it in place and keep it, keep it bonded to that glitter paper. So I do this a lot anyway, even when I'm not using glitter paper, but especially when I'm using glitter paper, I like to put some adhesive on the foam tape itself. Come on, I'm having adhesive issues today. And I don't know where I just put my pin. There it is. Okay, so I put a little, oh, I wasn't even on camera. Libby, what are you doing? There's adhesive there on my foam tape. I can just put this here. Trying to do it somewhat straightish. All right. And so that gold glitter paper and the gold of the foiling kind of go together. Then I could take the purples, sticky gems. Oh, I do need to make a message for this, but I might do that later off camera. I have so many to choose from, right? Put a few little gems on here. Doing the lightest purple from the set because it goes with that really pretty light purple ink that I used. 3 up there. Maybe I'll do kind of a little visual diagonal coming down the other way. I'm using both sizes of gems on this. There we go. I'll probably, stamp a message and kind of put it right against there. I think on the original one, I totally forgot. I embossed in a purple embossing powder right here, a little message, but there we go. That's how quick you can make a card with a foilable, and it's gorgeous. So just wanted to show you that. That's it. Is there anything else you want to see? How long have I had you guys here? Oh, it's already an hour. So thank you for being here and watching. And I hope you love the new release and you check it out. If you need to find it, it's all in the new tab on the Pink and Main website. So there's my little card. Goes with my purple nails and my purple shirt and all the purple. So thank you guys for tuning in today. And I'll try to be here on Fridays going forward. I've missed some lives, but I'm trying to get back in the groove until I'm, traveling again. So thanks for tuning in, and I hope you love the release, and I hope to see you again soon, and I will talk to you soon. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.